Hey, fellow Latinos, I'm not saying it's okay or right that Black people are like, no, let them fend for themselves. I mean, honestly, it is okay, but I'm not saying like, yes, let's do that, because unity is what helps us. But also, like, I know it's not supposed to be transactional. I just need you guys to start thinking, because you guys are like, all gung-ho, active out there, unified together in the streets now. But where were you when the George Floyd protests were? I personally was out there with my friends who were Asian, Pacific Islander, Mexican, and Puerto Rican. And then I'm Mexican myself, and a white husband. We were out there, okay? And I've gotten comments from people in my community, people in my family, who have been like, well, you think you're Black. What about me? What about my content? What about the way I speak, the way I act? What about you makes you think that I think I'm Black? Oh, because I advocate for Black people too, as much as I advocate for my people? It shouldn't be transactional. You shouldn't have to have a dog in the fight to care. You should just have basic empathy. You should just care about people. You see a sad story, oh, you cry. You want to help out however you can. You guys see that all the time. You see a puppy in danger, oh, let's rescue all the puppies. Why is it so hard to do with humans? Black people don't owe us anything. But even one of the major interviews going around about the guy whose girlfriend was taken because they were just recording, in that there's a Black man who's in the background and he's like, si se puede. He's out there. He has nothing to gain from this. So think about that. Don't go back to the anti-Blackness. Learn and stop saying the N-word. Do that. Stop saying the N-word and humble yourself. If Black people tell you something's offensive, change it. Change it and don't become defensive.
Black people saying this is not our fight, making you upset. I've seen video after video from Latino creators or Latino people coming online pleading to Black people to put our bodies at the forefront of this fight against illegal ICE raids, against deportation, against roundups, against undocumented people being rounded up and families being disjointed. But there's several reasons as to why you should not be shocked that Black people are sitting this one out. You guys all remember that this is a subset of your community last year. You're also aware that across the board, overwhelmingly Black people voted in favor of the candidate that had Black interests, Latino interests, Asian interests at heart. Where if you look at the sentiments of what that vote represents, half of your community voted for this. Half of your community said F you to Black people. Half of your community said we don't care about you. Half of your community said you wanted to be white aligning and white adjacent, and now you're being reminded of the fact that you're not. We have to have the ability to hold multiple truths when we speak to each other as communities. The truth is that Latinos are not in a monolith. It's just an all-encompassing umbrella that they put you under, and that yes, the majority of the people that voted for Donald Trump and were doing that were Cuban and were other people in different parts of the country, and undocumented people in Mexico, in California are being impacted by that. That is true. But what's also true is that there is a history of Black people fighting and being at the forefront of civil rights in this country since the inception of civil rights in this country. And it's always been pushback and non-solidarity from multiple communities who are voting and always going against Black people. So this particular time when Black women especially really came out in droves and really fought forward with our votes, and you guys didn't do it, your community didn't do it. It's like, why would I fight now? Why would I fight now? So I just need you, like, if you're gonna come online and make pleas and ploys to Black people, because I've seen so many videos, start by acknowledging the fact that your community has colorism, anti-Blackness, and voted against your own best self-interest. Start with that. Don't come in here and ask Black people just to put our bodies at the forefront of the line, because we've been doing that for a century. Secondly, I think the majority of Black people who are saying that they're sitting this one out are using their voice in other ways or having solidarity with you in other ways, but they're not going to protest. They're not going to go get hit by rubber bullets. They're not going to put themselves in harm's way or make that effort again, because you guys, it's time for you to fight for yourself. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense.
About Black fatigue, and made me realize that I'm also tired of ghetto Latinos. Tired of seeing people in our own community community blaming the whole world except themselves and perpetuating stereotypes that hurts all of us.
I don't love that she used the word ghetto, like ghetto Latinos, but I understand the sentiment. And I've been trying to say this for the longest time, literally since last year. Girls like Wendy, girls like Juju, girls like Ash Trevino, if you can even count her, they all perpetuate the same things. They all, even though they don't outgoingly say, I support teen pregnancy, I support not graduating high school, their actions say otherwise. And it's not even just the girls. Men, Latino men are not getting educated. They're not. And it's so unfortunate. It's what's keeping us poor. Not that many to provide all the money, but if the men aren't being pushed to be better, you think the girls are? With the way Latino culture works, no. No. And on top of that, y'all need to stop calling Latinos who are educated, who are articulate in English, who are well-traveled, whitewashed. Because why do you have a problem with Latinos entering white spaces and existing in white spaces? It's a little scary taking up space in white spaces, but once you get past that, the world is yours. And on top of that, a lot of these Latinos don't understand how privileged they are to be living in the United States. I know the country is shit now, but compared to where you were in Mexico if you were over there, there are so many opportunities in the US compared to Mexico, and these people aren't taking them. And it's showing other people their age and younger that that's okay. Take this opportunity for granted.
This for all you Latino influencers that be on the lowest internet talking about black people. Where you at, black people? Why aren't you marching with us, black people? Out on the National Mall, y'all, I see this Spanish chick, about 400 pounds, posing with her MAGA hat on in front of the president's banner, right? And Chloe, she was not making Good American. The photo shoot, she was not making a cut. Photo, she just posing. Click, click, click. How about y'all get your people in line? Stop worrying about black people. Get your people in line. Okay? Because half of them voted for it. So stop worrying about black people. Okay? Do your own work for once. Okay? And I just thought of one more thing. They always talk about black people. Where you at, black people? You don't hear them saying, white people, why aren't you marching with us? Asian people, why aren't you marching with us? Pacific Islander, why aren't you marching with us? Everybody think black people owes them our labor. We already sacrificed for the Civil Rights Act that all of y'all benefited from. Right? All you community of colors and women. So I just thought about that. Just the audacity. Why don't y'all ask white people to help out? Why don't y'all say that? Why don't you say Muslims? Palestinians, why aren't you marching with us? What this got to do with black people?